everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I sat down and filmed a video. It's just been a wild one, honestly, like with the pandemic and everything going on. I've been kind of in and out of work with furlough and I've not really had the motivation to sit down and film a video. I've still been doing looks on my Instagram, which I'll pop the wee thing down here so you can go and follow me on it. But sitting down and filming a video, I've just not been feeling it. But here I am, I'm back. I thought I would start off the year on a good note and get back into it. So yeah, hope you're all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and if you want to see how I create this wee look here, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already done my brows and my base, and I'm going to go in with the Lime Crime Venus Mortalis palette. So you can see it's just got like greys and stuff like that. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Unveil, which is this dark shade up here. And with that, I'm going to go in with this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. So it's just a nice wee brush like that. And what I'm going to do with this shade is I'm going to mark out the shape that I want. I always start kind of there. So you can see where I put it, it's kind of in and above my natural crease. And with this, I'm just taking little bits at a time and building the colour up. Rather than going in with lots of colour and then it's harder to blend out if you do it that way. Also, I'm trying a new microphone today that's like attached to my phone. My dad is in the room kind of across playing music really loud, so I do apologise if this camera picks that up. So I'm just bringing that shape out. Once I get to this bit, I put very little pressure on it, just so that gives that nice kind of faded effect. And then what I'll do is start from the corner of my eye and bring that up to meet the corner. Also, I do have a bit on my eye, like here, where the skin's kind of a wee bit dry. So I don't know how stuff's going to blend on top of it, but fingers crossed, that'll be okay. So now that I've got that shape that I want, I'm going to go in with the shade Ash, which is just this kind of grey shade here. And I'm going to take another JH40 brush, shade Ash, and hope that this blends. So blending like greys and blacks I do find a bit harder than like other colours, but I think you just need to like keep going in and keep blending and you will be a-okay. Now what I'm doing with this shade is I'm just kind of blending out the first shade I put on, just using just going like the same shape as before. Just, is that what I'm meaning to say? I'm just yeah, so I'm just following the same shape I did before with that grey, but obviously bringing it higher and blending it out. Yeah, it's going a bit kind of muddy, but it's okay. We can't all be perfect. Now that I've got that, I'm gonna mix this shade Ash with a bit of that white shade there, and then just kind of blend it out so you've got a seamless blend all around. And the brush I'm using is the Made by Mitchell ME3 brush. I think when you start off like doing a technique the way that I do it, it can look really blocky and like unblended to start with. Like you can still see that shade there looks really unblended, but I kind of work up the way and then it come back down. It's all about trusting the process. So now I'm going to go back in with that kind of fluffier brush, but this time I'm taking the shade Unveil, which is the darker one again. And all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to start working it so it comes higher up. And because we've got all those shades down above that are already nice blended out, this really makes everything a lot more like, I keep saying seamless, I need to find another word for seamless. So this bit at the edge, I never blend that too much because I like when like the whole look's done you can see like the different shades here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Kitco Pro 1.20 brush. So again, this is quite a small one. I like to work with small brushes just because I find you got more control over like the shape and everything that you're doing rather than working with like the bigger blending brushes. And with that brush I'm going to go in with black shade, which is called Unseen. This look, it is quite a dark one, but once I cut the crease and add the colour, it's going to brighten it a lot more. When I'm working with like shades like black, like dark colours, I like to go in with little and often rather than too much, and then it just makes it really hard to work with. And I hold my brush way up here so that when I'm doing this I'm not putting a lot of pressure onto the brush. I keep it really light handed, and for me that just works a lot better because it makes it so much easier to blend everything. I take Vaseline and a flat brush. So the flat brush I'm using is one of the Acid Rain brushes from P. Louise. I like using this one because I don't know if you'll be able to see how thin it is. So I take a decent amount of the Vaseline on the back of that brush, and then I use the back of my hand just to kind of smooth it out. I just go in and map out the shape of where I want my cut crease to be. It kind of maps that shape out for you so you know when you're going back in with like the base or anything where you're putting it, but also when you put the base down, because you've done this technique, it's not going to mix with any like product underneath because there isn't going to be any, and it just gives you a much cleaner cut crease, I think. And then what I'm going to do is cotton bud and just swipe that away, and you can see how clean that is already. Like, it's totally taken away all the product that was underneath. And then once I've done this little bit, I'll just go in and kind of perfect the shape that I want and get rid of any more product that I don't want. So now I'm going to go in with my base, and today I'm going to use the P. Louise Fresh Ink Rewrite paint. So it's just like the white one. When I'm using these paints, I always have a little kind of blendy, fluffy brush kind of thing. So I'm just going to use this one because the paint is dry quite fast. When on the inner corner or at the edge, I'll just, once I put it on, kind of blend it out slightly. Kind of make sure I've got that shape across there first, and then I will start to just bring it down. I've decided the colour I'm going to go for is yellow. I'm going to take the Pastels palette from Beauty Bay. I'm just going to go in with this yellow up here, and then I think what I'm going to do is pop a bit of the Peaches and Cream Super Freak pigment. So you can see that's like a kind of bright yellow colour over the top of it, and just pack that colour on. Okay, so I'm just going in and blending the edge of that with one of the brushes I used previously. Typically I wouldn't actually go out and wear it like this myself. I just do it because it's fun, but it's totally up to what you like. Don't let anyone tell you you can't wear or do makeup a certain way, because at the end of the day it's makeup that wipes off. It's not a serious issue if someone doesn't like your makeup. So I'm just going to go in and add some liner. While that's still wet, I'll go in with the black that I used previously, and I kind of pat it over the top of it so that black eyeliner blends into the black shadow at the edge. Now I'm just going to take a black pencil eyeliner and put that in the waterline. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off and do this on the other side and probably put my base on, and then I'll come back. I'm going to go in with the same brush that I used on top. First of all, I'm going to go in with the grey shade and just connect underneath to the edge of that bit there. I always like to start off with the lighter shade underneath, kind of build it up that way. That darker shade. Now I can't do this without pulling funny faces, so I do apologise. So now I've done that, if you've got any like space in between the waterline and the lash line, back in with my pencil and I'll just wiggle that between the lashes, and then I'll pop a wee bit of mascara on and my lashes. So I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Roller. They are the Tatty Lashes TL Mitchell 2s. They are a bit big for my eyes. Again, I probably wouldn't wear these out, but for photos I love them. Or anyone that does like a big fluffy lash, you'll love this one. So this is the finished look. Yeah, just something a little bit different, and I thought getting back into filming the videos for the new year, might as well just go in with something dark but with a bob colour. So I hope you really enjoyed this video and learned some tips and tricks. And if you recreate this look at all, please tag me in it. My Instagram and TikTok are both just Shana Mua as well. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and if you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot. But anyway, I will see you in my next video, and I hope you stay safe until then. Bye everyone. I hope you all have a great, get a grip, wonderful day, night, whatever, wherever you are, what you're doing. And there we go. So take a wee cotton pad, one of the brushes, the yellow one, obviously it's yellow. So it is quite a dark look. Oh, for God's sake, will you focus? Thank you. It's gonna, what am I talking about? So that's like, and this is where I'm really gonna darken up the full look. This is where I used one of the Peel-Use paints the other day, and they can be so hard to get off, and me being a dafty, I didn't go in with any oil to kind of break it down. I just kind of scrubbed, and yeah, don't do that. Learn from my mistake and take it off properly with oil. So what am I saying?